Thanks, Angel.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It does look really good.
Did you
I
get that
should
one
be able to,
specifically
yeah.
for your hair?
Could I ask a question about
no.
process 95s before we jump into financial stuff?
Yeah. You can ask him any question you want.
Mr. Cassidy, so if the crime starts in Los Santos, we should process them in MRPD, and if it starts up here, we should process them here?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
you.
So, this is the simplified line for how this
Is that line
works. Obviously,
straight?
the jurisdictions are a little bit more messy than this, but to simplify it, this is
No.
basically how it looks.
Somebody
If you are
freehanded that.
below this line, you will get paid according to the LSPD's rates. And if you're above this line, you will get paid according to the BCSO's rates. The same thing goes for your paychecks. If you are above this line, your paychecks will be collected at the Blaine County or in the Paleto Bank. And if you're below it, they'll be collected at the Maze Bank, which means you have 2 separate paychecks depending on where you're going to do your daily duties. And finally, the same thing applies to your financing or your bills that you're giving to people. If it's done above this line, it goes to you guys. If it's below, it goes to LSPD. That's essentially how it's done. It doesn't matter what department you're in. It's all about where you are, essentially. This also extends to literally every single job in the entire state. So it's not just you guys. It's tow truckers, Group 6. If it's something the mayor has control over, their pay is affected by it too. The same for their paychecks. Yeah, what's your question?
Does that affect EMS as well?
Yes, it does.
So is it if we live up north, our paycheck is
It's
up north? Like,
literally where you are at literally any time of the day. If I up here, I get paid what Andy is paying the marshals. If I go down south after this meeting, I'm going to get paid according to what Nino has set to.
The government has GPS.
Literally in real time. It's where you
for
are.
clarity, if you have 40 minutes down south, you get 40 minutes to pay down south, and then
That's
20
correct.
up north.
Is the pay the same?
Well,
I don't know.
You have
I
to
don't know
ask
what they set it at.
yeah,
to.
Currently,
but
copper is the
cop
same,
yes.
but it could be different in the future.
Yeah,
if we
it's up to the
stand
mayor.
on the border.
I was thinking
double pay.
I don't know. I don't know. Figure it out. I guess.
1
Go
foot in
test
each.
it.
Let's build a
1
wall.
foot in each.
Yeah, I don't know. Go try it out.
Find where the line is. Put 1 foot in each. Double pay.
But yeah, so as far as like the legality of this money, the money that's being sent to the BCSO and to the LSPD belongs to the organization. So, you know, I can't tell you guys what to do with it. The mayors really can't tell you what to do with it either unless they have legislation. It belongs to the organization itself. So it's under the control of the high command. So it's in your guys' interest to do a lot of your work up here because that's how you guys get money for your department. And you might need it soon. For reasons that I don't know.
That was ominous. What the
I'm
hell?
patrolling above the border from now on.
We don't have a hospital though.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm parking my car right on that line.
That actually, hold on one second. Andy, Miss Mayor, would you like to come up here and just discuss like the legislations and stuff you're trying to do up here to everybody, just so they're aware?
Yeah, I did the other day, but I can again.
Thank you.
We're not present.
Yay!
Sorry, excuse me. Wow. Of course.
Thank you, Angel, as well.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Angel.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Angel.
huge props to Angel. She does a lot of work. Okay, so what just passed and is now legislation? I don't know if you want to proofread it, Angel, but is our Blaine County Business Protocols, Procedures, and Penalties, which pretty much says you can't be a felon if you act up and are charged in a court of law, found guilty for having used your business in illegal activity. They will be subject to a panel, which will include a justice or judge, the mayor of Blaine County, and the sheriff of Blaine County. They will then choose what happens to that business, whether it's a fine, a seizure, or any other kind of punishment that they see fit. I think things are very case by case, and they should be addressed as so. That being said, the other legislation that I've submitted are how your sheriff is elected. So I have given you guys a larger sense of agency, and I also feel like the sheriff should be a cop. So the process of that, if that passes, is pretty much you guys will give 5 names over to your mayor if they are choosing to appoint a new sheriff. Those 5 names can be from either LSPD or BCSO. I left that up to you guys, though you guys are in control of it. So if you wanted to just be out of your own department, that's completely fine too. But we left the option there just in case. On top of that, pretty much you give the 5 names to the mayor. The mayor then has to select from those. If you fail to give the 5 names to your mayor, they have the option to pick whoever they want within your department. So I would highly advise, should that day come, make sure you give the names over. You have 1 week to do so. Everybody got it? Any questions about that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. The other one was event legislation. A lot of people who have run events, I'm definitely biased in this aspect, but we're not aware that they could get funding from the mayor, or I guess now mayors. So I wrote legislation so that people can have a very citable source that they can go to address that kind of thing. So there are 2 ways that they can do that. They can either get reimbursed for the
So
items
complicated,
or
bro.
tools that they're using
They should have
to
just made
run
it the
said
same.
events, so that they're not hemorrhaging money from their own account. Or they can ask for prize money. There's a process to the whole thing. Pretty much they have to provide a bunch of information about the event. If they're getting a reimbursement, they have to prove the transactions of what they purchased and how much. The mayor is not allowed to exceed what the amount requested was. So say that you got a corrupt mayor who wanted to just hand out a bunch of money. They can't do that, or they would be easily caught. As far as prize money goes, it will be directly transferred from the mayor's account to the winners when the winners are provided after the event, so that we're not just transferring large amounts of money to people who might rig their own event for a winner, et cetera, et cetera. At least there's a little bit of a barrier there. Any questions on that?
No.
Perfect. If you have any legislation that you think you want to propose to me to see if I want to propose it to the DOJ, then let me know. I'm around. Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Andy.
you.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have anything they would like to say before we wrap up the meeting and get out there? All right. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you out there. Let's have a good fucking shift and let's catch some people up in the north, huh?
Hey, if you want your class 2 thing, head down to MRPD. Chassis down
Yeah,
there. Just
and do that.
Go in, buy a class 2, register it, buy 5 mags, and buy 10 boxes of ammo, and then meet them in MRPD.
Get it over with. Then you won't. Just
Shit.
get it over with.
Also, catch moonshiners. We're hemorrhaging money because of our substance rehabilitation up here. We don't have much infrastructure at all that makes us money, so we're pretty much making money from clothing stores right now, and U-Tool, I would imagine. So outside of that, know that we're not going to make a ton of money as a county as things currently stand, but hopefully things will come soon. TM that will help with that. But yeah, catch some fucking moonshiners. They're hemorrhaging us.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's
just
get out there,
I just have
y'all.
One thing.
Oh, sure,
real
what's
quick
up?
thing. Officers and deputies, we can't export reports for like lawyers and such. Like I've been trying to get this report to a lawyer, and I've had to wait for someone, but there's no export for.
Let me see if I can fix that.